All right, as soon as everybody gets over the fight from the night previously with Herb, um, everybody's kind of calming down, kind of getting over it. Uh, Kat comes in and she's like, I don't, Kitty, Kit. Kit comes in and she's like, C's, I don't want to tell you this, but I've been asking around. I don't know where because you're not from New Orleans, so who you asking? But whatever. She's been asking around, and the people in the video, they actually know them. They actually think that those are some of Herb's friends. So the they come to the conclusion that Herb was a mole implanted from another New Orleans tattoo shop in order to infiltrate C's opening his new shop. And I just want to say that's very complex. That's very complex and it's very hard to believe. I mean, we'll go with it because that's the storyline, but who would take the time to go through the hiring process to get hired, go through all those things to become a mole in somebody else's tattoo shop? Because what can you really do? They have insurance, they fix the shop. If you're not a good tattoo artist, you get fired. Like, there's not much infiltrating he could have done, but let's just go with it because that's been the last three, maybe four episodes. That's what we talked about. So I guess without it, we wouldn't have much to talk about, and the season would be short. So Herb is the mole that was implanted by another New Orleans tattoo shop. Yeah. All right, we are back, and Alex is talking to his dad. We kind of know from last season they're getting back on track, and he kind of let his dad know how he felt about him. His dad was a really bad, I'm gonna say alcoholic, and would like beat him up and whatnot when he got drunk. So he kind of let his dad know about it and how he felt. And since then they're kind of been on a good track. They had a really good relationship. So his dad is confiding in him now, letting him know that he has I don't remember the name of the disease, but it's not allowing the blood to properly circulate in his legs. So he has to get a stent or something put in. He has to have a major surgery. So it was definitely not comfortable, kind of seeing these two grown men like break down, like really break down. But I also think, it was needed for TV sake because everybody thinks, oh, men can't cry. Oh, that's pussy shit. Oh, that's women shit and whatever. But emotion is emotion. I don't think emotion has a specific gender, but whatever. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. I'm not even gonna touch that. But yeah, so it'll be interesting just to see how they overcome this hurdle because they're just getting back in a good space with each other. And now they have this major life or death health thing that's on the table. So kind of sucks. All right, so everybody is back in New York now, and everybody's back at I think 113th was the original shop. I don't forgive me if I have the number wrong, but the original shop from season one. Everybody's back at that original shop, and kind of talking about what happened while Babe was out. She's kind of saying everything was fine, and Sky is making an entrance again, yet again with her titties out. So yeah, great. C shows up at some point, and confronts Alex about hiring Herb. He was saying, the fight wouldn't have happened. None of this would have happened if you had never hired Herb. I don't know how you can, blame him for doing his job. As a matter of fact, he wasn't doing his job. He's a tattoo artist. He's not HR. He's not the receptionist. He's not the hiring manager. And he still took it upon himself to hire someone to work at your place of business. So, yeah. And because it did not fare well, you blame him for everything that came along with that hire. Great. Great job, C's. So he gets an attitude, and Alex is like, you know what? I have a whole lot going on in my life. He doesn't really tell them what's going on with his dad, which I wouldn't because you're blaming me for the downfall of your shop. I mean, so yeah, I'm not going to tell you what's going on in my real life. And, he's like, I really don't care. I really don't give a damn about the shop right now. And walks away, and, she's like, who are you talking to? Trying that power move thing that he always does, and flips the couch over, and there happens to be a flyer. Coincidentally, there happens to be a flyer behind the couch that he flipped. He happened to pick the right couch, flipped it over, and there was a flyer from Puma Shop in there. And then Bass tell him everything that happened while he was gone, as far as oh shit, and Puma showing up to the shop and she needed help and blah 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 blah, and he gets an attitude and storms out as usual. Um, Side note, Donna is kind of supporting Alex, as he's having a little bit of a breakdown about his dad, and um, he's asking her to be there, in this time of need. I've already seen this side note. I've already seen this episode. I'm just watching it again for the review. So, to skip forward a little bit, I guess that was foreshadowing because he asked her to be there, and at his dad's surgery, she ain't there. So yeah. Yeah, back from the commercial break, and Ted and Tati are at a billiard spot taking shots and talking, and they're going to end up alone at some point and express how they like each other, and he's going to take up for her from now on and not let the girls, beat up on her and blah, blah, blah. Ted likes everybody that comes in the shop. Moving on. All right, moving on, and C's is in the shop, just cleaning up or doing whatever, and he has a whole bunch of noise, and it's oh shit, aka what is his name? Richard. I'm gonna call him Richard because nobody's calling you oh shit. Richard shows up and he's taking paintings off the wall and whatever drawings off the wall in the booth he used to work in, and C's like, "What are you doing there?" He's like, "I'm taking my artwork back. I don't work here anymore. I've been not working here." And he was like, "You gave those to me. Those are staying here at the shop." And so they get into like a screaming match and, pushing each other back and forth. And then the security, keeps them apart and doesn't let them get to each other. And they're just, yelling at each other. And he's like, "Yeah, you went to work for Puma. You went to work with my mortal enemies. So now you're not my friend anymore. You were my best friend." And then, Richard kind of gets very emotional. He's like, "Yeah, you were my friend too, and my feelings were hurt at the way you treat me, and you allow people to talk about me." And when the taping was going on, they were both kind of arguing back and forth on Instagram, and Rich was kind of saying how, a lot of the storyline was made up, which we already know that, and how, C's would kind of allow people in the shop to talk to him any kind of way, even the new people, and kind of treat him like he was dumb and make fun of his drug habit that he used to have, and blah, 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 and whatever. So, I think that friendship is really over, and I think it was a legit friendship, so that sucks to see. Well, I guess it's not something small, but C's is a child and he likes to try to make people pick sides. If that man wasn't making the money that you're shopping, he went somewhere where he could continue to make money and, afford and support his family and not just sit on the couch like Ted every day. That's what he had to do. And if, you couldn't understand that, then maybe you wasn't his friend. But, yeah, so that's probably the end of an era with those two. And like I said earlier, I've already seen the episode, so I kind of just put that in there. I skipped over a piece. I did skip over a very important piece. Alex's dad made it through surgery fine. He has a road to recovery ahead of him. But I think he's gonna make it through. He is gonna make it. However, like I said previously, Donna wasn't there, so Alex was mad about that, but he, has his priorities in order and he does not have time to think about that. What I really hope is that Donna and Alex were a for TV relationship and that they weren't really together, because a lot of these people, they just hook up with people in close proximity for the sake of the for episodes in the show. Because if so, I don't think there's a whole lot of reasoning behind why she wasn't there at the hospital or why she didn't call or something along those lines. So, yeah, that doesn't look good, Donna. Doesn't look good on you. All right, and that is the end of the season. Just kind of looking forward to the next episode where Jada and the new receptionist that was hired to take her place kind of get into it as usual. Jada gets into it with everybody, like fist fight and brawls. And Cheyenne, Caesar's daughter, kind of lets him know like he's been neglecting her and kind of putting his friends in the shop before her. So we'll see what they have to say And Donna is back in contact with Mo. So Alex isn't gonna like that. Not at all. So we'll see what happens on the upcoming episode of Black Ink Crew New York. And I'll see y'all next time.